Welcome back guys, this is Ashwin here. In this video we're going to see how to create a ChatGPT like UI using Streamlit. Currently you can see there are lots of ChatGPT models or open source models are popping up in the recent days, and it's somewhat pretty inconvenient to use it in command line. Just to pass the text and getting the response in the command line is somewhat not very user friendly. So that's why I thought of making this tutorial. So in this tutorial we will use Streamlit and create a ChatGPT like user interface, and in the backend I'm going to use OpenAI for the model. You can also use any model that you would like and replace the necessary model components accordingly. And let's dive into the tutorial now. So first I'll just import all the necessary variables. So from OpenAI, import OpenAI, and we have to import Streamlit. So import Streamlit as st as an alias, and I will import OS to get the environment key or the OpenAI key, which is stored as a environment variable. If you have the key, you can directly use it as it is, but this is the best practice. Let's give a title. Give title to the page. So st dot title. For now, I will just say OpenAI ChatGPT. So this will be the title. Then I can initialize the model. So it's always better to initialize a session state and store the models to initialize once. So if OpenAI model, or I will just treat it as model, not in session state. Sorry, st dot session state. I'm just checking whether the model key is already present in session state. If not, we will initialize the model. So we are initialize the model with the OpenAI client. So OpenAI of API key os dot get environment of OpenAI API key. So this will just initialize the model and store it here. And if you have any open source model that you want to use, you can just replace it here. And then for ChatGPT model, I'm going to use like 3.5 Turbo, which is the current ChatGPT which you will be using as a free version. I'm going to use it as a API. So for that, I'll just initialize the messages to keep the context in place, or the previous messages which we have sent. If messages not in st dot session state, then st dot session state of messages. I will just initialize an empty list, that is we don't have any messages at the initial stage. So this is one. So initialize session variables at the start once, and then create sidebar to adjust parameters. So why we need this parameters? You can also initialize any kind of parameters that you want. If you want to dynamically adjust the model and try out different parameters to get different results. So here st dot sidebar dot title, I will just tell it as model parameters, and then I will initialize temperature, which is the common keyword or parameter that we use for all the LLMs. st dot sidebar dot, I'll initialize a slider. It will called as temperature. Then I have to specify the min value min value will be 0, max value currently I think it's 2.0, so I will set it as 2.0, and default value will be 0.7, and step value will be 0.1. That means if you increment the slider, it will increase by 0.1. And then we will have max tokens. Max tokens equals, again we will initialize a slider with max tokens. Here we will pass the min value. I will have it as at least minimum 1 token we need, and maximum value here it will support up to 4K tokens, so 4096, or we can just have the maximum value as 2048 to have a buffer for the input, but again you can customize this later. And initialize value will be, or the default value will be 256, which is a standard value. So now we have created the slide bar. Let's just run it once and see how it's look like. So I will just go to the terminal, and currently I am using Conda environment. How to type Streamlit, run, and the file name. Run this. So this is how the UI will look like. So this is the title, and this is the slider. You can see you can change the slider, and if you just leave it, it will take that value for the temperature, and for max tokens also you can slide it and change it. I'll just leave it at that 256 if possible. And then here if you want to deploy it in the cloud, means you can just click on the deploy button and use it, the Streamlit cloud, for free as well. And if you want to have some custom hardware to run this, you can also do this custom development. So this is very easy to deploy. And here you can see rerun. If there is any changes in the code, it will automatically rerun. And here you can see, if you just click like run on save, underlying code is updated, means it will rerun this. So that's pretty much it about the UI. Let's develop this bar and have the interface complete. Let's stop this and create the chat interface. And each time you want to update the chat interface with the previous messages, update the interface with the previous messages. So we already have a session state. We will just use that for message in st.session state of messages okay. Now with st.chat message of role. So when you are dealing with LLM, we will have the user message and the AI message or assistant message. So based on the role, it will update the icon and the text. So based on the role, we will update st.markdown of message of content, whatever the content that we store earlier. So that this will just update the interface with the previous messages. Now let's go to the interface. If prompt equals st.chat input. So this will give you a text bar where you can enter your questions, query or instruction. And here I will say enter your query. So this will just display that message, and now I will append this query into the. So this input will be stored in the prompt variable. Then I will use this prompt to append in the messages section. st dot session state of messages dot append, create a role which is user, and content which will be the prompt. Okay, and then with st dot chat input. So when you are pressing the enter key, it should update the interface as well, right? So that's why we are using this st dot chat message of user, st dot markdown of prompt. So this will just display the user text directly. After that, we have to process with model, get response from the model, and with st dot chat message of assistant. So this is for the AI response. Stream, I'm going to get a streaming output. I have to get the client first from the session state. So client equals st dot session state of model. So this will get the client, and then client dot chat dot completion dot create, pass the model. I will pass it as GPT 3.5 turbo, then messages, and that will be a list. I will create a role, message of role, and then content, which is message of, I think this should come in quotes. Okay, now we will iterate over this. For message in st dot session state of messages. So we are already updating the session state. Each time it will try to update this previous messages into this message. So this iteration will be used to update the previous messages into the message to have the complete context. And if you are using the chatbot continuously, means you have to take care of the sliding window, because the model can support up to 4K tokens. So if the chat is going very big, means you have to do some sliding window. If it exceeds 4K tokens, you have to like remove those previous messages and have the rest appending in the normal way. Now that messages is done, then temperature that we got earlier from the slider, max tokens again we have already got from the slider, then stream equals true. So this will give you a streaming response. If you set it false, means you can get the direct response in a way. Now response equals st dot write stream of the stream. So this will write the text as a streaming response. Once the streaming is complete, it will return the whole text to this response variable. Then we will append it to the chat messages. So st dot session state of messages dot append role will be, this is the AI response, so I will take it as assistant, and then content will be the response which we already got. Okay, now that we have completed, let's try this. So now that we have got this, let's increase the temperature a little bit. And hi, how are you doing? Okay, I'm getting an error. So this is chat message. Let's rerun this. Now you can see the session state is saved. That's why we are getting this message even if we do the rerun. That's why we got this message updation part here. If you want to have a fresh interface after every rerun, means you can comment this down. Now I will clear all the cache and rerun this. Now let's start it again. Hi, how are you doing? Okay, again here you just have to update it to completions. Let's rerun this. Let's type hello, and you can see the streaming response. We can ask about can you explain about transformers? Now you can see how it is responding similar to ChatGPT. You can change the temperature, and this will also be updated in real time. And even if you do the rerun, these messages will be present. Just the models or any code change that you have done will be updated, but this will still present because we have saved everything in the session state. So this is how you can create a chat GPT like UI using Streamlit, and all these customizations you can add it in the sidebar, and you can still do many functionalities like logging in and having a username. For this interface you can do everything that you like. And let's jump into the code once again. So that's pretty much it, guys. The only thing that you have to take care is handle this sliding window. I'll just comment this here. Handle message overflow based on the model size. So you can do it however you want. Like you just need to keep last 5 chat messages, means you can just remove the first 2 messages and keep the rest, or have a queue or d queue with the length of 5 or 10, so that it will automatically remove the messages. So those things you can handle it whichever way that is comfortable, but the objective for us is like clear, like building a chat GPT like UI. As I said, if you want to change the model, just change this and update this client information alone based on the model you are using, and you can use the messages however you want. You can use the similar functionality and just change the message content based on the model that you are using. That's pretty much it, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button, and I will see you guys in the next video.